Let me show you an example of a poor quality tint. This is a Mazda Demio. We're going to tint the whole car, but first, let me show you the example of a poor quality tint. Talk about poor quality, I'm talking about the scratches on the tint, the faded part, brownish color. New to my channel, this is MK, and let me give you a closer look on how the tint looks when I say it is brownish. When you focus on the inside, this is what I'm talking about. Look at the rear window and the back left, and we're going to change it. We're going to tint the whole car. We're going to install the 5% on the side and 35% on the windscreen. First things first, let me start with the windscreen. Remember, we are installing only American tint that I normally recommend. Let us start with the windscreen. The 35%, this is an American tint that I normally tint on the windscreen. I will be dealing with the windscreen, my buddies will be dealing at the sides, be tinting the front windshield. These are that 5% tint that I normally recommend, and remember that 35% tint blocks up to 70% of the UV rays. As you can see, 35% even a learner can be able to use. We have the darkest, we have 5%, we have 20, and we have 25. But if you're a learner, I can recommend you to have a 35% that is normal to anyone. So first things first, measuring the tint according to the size of the windscreen. That's the first step. Cut it according to the size of the wind. Step number 2, shrinking of the tint. Shrinking of the tint, you normally use a heat gun. You to use microfabric towel like I'm using over here. A squeezer, we call it squeegee. Before I continue, we have this towel on the dashboard, on the bonnet. We normally use a big towel like this so that you cannot damage the paint of the car and it cannot get scratches from the wire extension. So you normally cover the dashboard and the bonnet like this. Shrinking of the tint, you normally use a heat gun and a squeezer to take the exact shape of the windshield. You normally heat it up like this and then you squeeze it off to allow the excess air and the excess bubbles to evaporate so that you can get the correct shape of the windscreen. So you can focus with the bubbles over here. We have some airs, so I'll heat it like that and then I'll squeeze using the microfabric towel. You can be able to use gloves, but I normally use a big towel like the microfabric that I'm using over here, and then I squeeze it like this. So this is the step number 2, shrinking of the tint. Remember, tint you normally install from the inside, but I'll come to that later. So after you shrink the tint, you are going to trim it off. Trimming it off, after you shrink it off, you trim it off. So that is the step number 3. Remember, we are located in Nakuru and in Nairobi. You can call on 0757 446 430. Follow our page, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So this is how you normally shrink it off. You see, I'm heating it up and then I'm squeezing it off so that it can evaporate. So you can be able to see what I'm doing over here. Heat it up, then squeeze it off. Step number 4, take your tint and install it from the inside. Remember, step number 1 was cutting the tint according to the size of the windscreen. Step number 2 was shrinking of the tint. Step number 3 was trimming of the tint. And now step number 4, installing the tint. We're going to install the tint from the inside. So my buddies have washed it off. We have my other guys over there, they are washing the windscreen from the inside so that the windshield can be clean and you can install the tint over there. Remember, I'm telling everyone to subscribe to the channel. So everyone who's passing here, I'm telling them to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you're watching anywhere, make sure that you like and subscribe and ask any question in the comment section. So that's the step number 4. Installing the tint. Let me show you how the guys are installing with the windscreen and they were dealing with the sides. So this is Thomas and he's dealing with the sides. Remember, our tint is a non-scratch, non-faded tint. This is a 5% tint on the sides. And you normally use a heat gun to heat it up. So remember, it's a one-way tint. Very clear from the inside, but very dark from the outside. So this is a 5% tint and 35% tint on the windscreen. And remember, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. You can comment, ask, and anything you need to know, we will answer. So we have Washiro over here. He will be installing the back windshield. Talking about the tint. So he's washing it off. He'll install. Tom, who will install at the sides. You know, I'm dealing with the windscreen. I don't want to talk much, but this is the final look of the car. As you can see, these are the 5% tint that I tinted on the windscreen, and we have 5% tint on the sides. So I'm going to wash the car. The guy is going to the car wash. So don't focus with the dirt. Let us focus with the tint. So as you can see how it looks from the outside, very dark from the outside. You can focus even with the sides. So this is how the rear windscreen look, and let me show you how it looks from the inside. This is how it looks from the inside. Let me take the camera and explain to you. This is how it looks from the inside. As you can see, I can see my side mirror over there. I can see my side mirror over here. This is that 5% tint on the windscreen, and I can see at the sides over there. You can compare the difference between the other video that I showed you before the starting of the video, and you can compare the difference between these two videos. This is the final look of the car. Subscribe to MK Auto Accessories. Let me show you how it looks from the outside. And as you can see, this is how it looks from the outside. Very dark from the outside. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you in the next video.